Okay, so we are picking up right where we left off. We are on chapter 105, Born to Be Eaten. And from the looks of it, it is going to be a Louis centric chapter, which should be a breath of fresh air. We haven't seen Louis since the Riz arc concluded. He lost a foot. Well, he donated a foot. it was a it was a meat donation. So let's see. He gave Legosi his meat. So I'm going to be the next Sublime Beastar? Exactly. Oh, it's the principal. Okay. It was the council's decision. They want the student who solved the murder case to be the Sublime Beastar that represents our school. I see, but in that case. Wait. But Louis didn't do anything, though. He kind of just. Well, no, don't get me wrong. He helped Legosi and. Yeah, he helped Legosi, but Legosi's the one that did all the work. That was Legosi's struggle, and Louis just kind of just gets the coast by. He ran in a gang. He ran a gang for I don't know how many months. Dropped out of school. Well, took a leave of absence from school. His dad made sure of that. And now he just gets rewarded for what he did by getting a B star title. Well, getting offered it. Let's see how it goes. You should give that title to the male who ate my foot, headmaster. Man, okay, so this sucks. So Legacy, I get the feeling. All right, so we found out that from Gosha that they pretty much won't acknowledge that him and Legacy are grandfather and grandson. And Legacy has so much stacked against him because one, he's a carnivore, right? Two, he ate a student's foot. He committed an act of predation. Three, he has mixed blood in him, so they're probably just writing him off and not willing to give him the B star title, even though they said they would reward the one who actually solved Tim's murder, which is what Legacy did. So I like that Louis standing up for him, but at the same time, unpopular opinion, I think that Legacy wouldn't be a good fit for, at least as he is now. I don't think he'd be a good fit to become a B star. Not yet, at least. And I said the same thing about Louis, like during my very first chapter reviews, like how even though Louis was pretty much set up to become the B star of their society, I said I don't think he was there quite yet. Like because he was lacking perspective, like as a leader, because he's supposed to be able to lead society. He's charismatic, sure, but now I feel like Louis would be I feel like he'd be more suited for the role now. And to be honest, Legacy doesn't even care for the role. Like that's not even on his mind. It never has been. But Louis has been groomed since he got adopted to become the B star. So I feel like he'd be the more suitable candidate anyway. Even though it would be wrong for them to deny Legacy the status of B star. But you got to keep in mind this the title of this series got name dropped a couple of chapters back as Beastars, so who knows? They might both get it. You know, because just as Legacy's come to understand herbivores and their problems more, he has that perspective now of what it's like to have your life on the line. Louis has the perspective of carnivores, and you realize they're not all bad. They can't help it. And honestly, society kind of makes them the way they are, being constantly suppressed. And Louis gets that, and he's been on the other end of it, being literally raised as livestock to be eaten. And Legacy has perspective from also coming from a interspecial family as well. So there's just a lot they bring to the table together that neither of them, you know, bring alone. So hopefully that's how it goes. Ending prediction maybe? I don't know. We'll see. The cost of offering Legacy is foot. I I can't. That hurts to look at. Legacy isn't even part of the school anymore. I know him eating your foot helped him solve the case, but there's just no way I can make a juvenile predator the leader of the school. Your naive actions would be too much for the adults of society to handle. The police wants to censor the incident. Okay, so we're seeing what happened with that. Like what happened. I always said the scariest thing I've seen in this show, like the scariest character in my opinion. I'm getting like chills just thinking about it. It was the goddamn mayor, the lion, who like pretty much altered his appearance so he wouldn't be like he wouldn't like offend herbivores. He had his teeth filed down, claws filed down. He even had his pupils changed so they're less scary. He changed everything about himself to maintain the status quo. He pretty much censored himself as a lion, right? So he could become the mayor, and that, in my opinion, that's the scariest thing about this society. What what he had him turn into. He's like a walking avatar of everything that's wrong with society. Like he was even gonna let Haru get eaten just to maintain the status quo, and I'm seeing it again here, and that's a scary proposition. That's a scary thought. Ugh, gives me the creeps. Alright then. I alone stopped the murder. The murderer Riz at the cost of my leg and solved the case. That should be enough. That should be good enough for society. I gave him my foot, and when all is said and done, I have to clean that dumb dog. I have to clean that dumb dog's mess. That's how it goes. Loui is always coming in to clean up Legacy, clean up the fights for Legacy, and it even showed at the very beginning, during the stage play fight, with him saving Legacy from Bill, which is still one of the best moments of the series. I can't wait till we see that again. But he's getting framed as someone who always has Legacy's back, and they've swapped places, Like Loui said, like when he's leaving school, he said he'd do more good from the shadows, right? But they've swapped places again. Like Legacy's the one that, well, Legacy's the one that went to the shadows, and he's on the fringes of society, like on the edge of everything now. While Loui has, he stepped back into the spotlight. So it's good to see that their dynamic is changed once again. And I like how another thing. I like how Louis just he has a different energy about him now. He's not as pissed off anymore. He's much more laid back. He's just chill. I like the vibes he brings now. He's been through a lot. Okay, so continuing on. However, I don't intend on becoming a sublime beastar because of something I didn't do. That title won't belong to me nor Legacy. Well, I knew you were going to say that. I'd like you to at least do your part as the graduate representative despite your long absence. I will. I'll play my part as the honor student. Till the very end. Okay, so Louis has a lot of honor. Like, he's like, okay, if you won't accept Legacy, then, I'm not taking that title. But I feel there's another Beastar candidate that we can't forget about. Someone who's also just as important. That's kind of like living her own fantasy. It's Juno, right? Because Juno said she wanted to compete for the Beastar title as well. Well, Legacy's out of the running because of his circumstances. Louis is refusing it, so I wonder if Juno's going to be the one to pick it up. Legacy has returned to the darkness, and I've returned to the light. We graduates are proud to have Cherryton School as our alma mater, and we will live on our mental boom, and we will live on under the principles of coexistence and prosperity. Okay, so he's giving his speech now. I love this scene right here. This sums up their dynamic perfectly. And remember, this is how we met Legacy in the beginning. The character in Shadows. A lot's changed since then, but hey. During the ceremony, I tried to look for Haru in the audience, but she's just too small. I could not find her. So in the end, our school couldn't find the Sublime Beastar, Vice Principal. It's very regrettable that those two can't be driving forces for society, but that's what makes their solving the case so wonderful. Now Tim can finally rest in peace. Lou? Louis? Louis? Louis. Okay, Louis. Louis Senpai. Speak of the devil. Juno. Okay. Man, every time I speak, I can just kind of invoke their name and they get summoned into the chapter. Okay. Let's see. Congratulations on your graduation. Yeah, thanks. What's with that? Oh, it's just you look. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. No, no. I just don't know how to face you now that we have a bond. I like how he's acknowledging it now. When I said, like, he's just much more chill as a character, this is it right here. A bond? You're the only student in the school who knows that I was loitering in the back alley market for a year and a half. Sheesh! First you turned delinquent, and now Louis dropped out of school? Do boys think that acting rebellious is cool or something? It's so stupid. I like their dynamic. Juno, have you seen my prosthetic foot? Huh? Want to see it? It's pretty fascinating. No? Wow, amazing. You can walk in that? Yeah, after some rehab. It's not as hard as I thought it'd be. I didn't expect this. Why is it showing it to me? Actually. Okay, that's interesting to think about. Because Louis, oh man, I love this because that's a huge deal that Louis is doing that. Because remember in the beginning how Louis was? He was high strung, uptight, and he was guarded. Most importantly, he only really showed himself to Haru, kinda, right? Haru just kind of sensed it, but here he is actually revealing like a weakness of like his weakness to Juno, yeah? Because remember he was so self-conscious about something as natural as his horns falling off, and he'd get fake antlers like to replace, and he'd like hide out so no one would see. But that was something that was just natural to him. Now he's just showing Juno like something that most people would look at and they would like kind of be appalled at. But here he is just openly, he's comfortable with Juno, right? And that's really nice to see. This is such good like character growth from Louis. He's comfortable with Juno. He trusts Juno because besides Legacy, Juno was the first one to come for him and come looking for him, and she ended up finding him. So that's the bond he was talking about here. He respects Juno, and not only that, they're comfortable with each other because remember, back when it's like the very first couple chapters, like right after we got introduced to Juno, where she like pinned Louis. She actually used her strength as a carnivore and did what Legoshi was refusing to do for so many until so many chapters later. She used her strength to assert her dominance over Louis, right? And she did not censor herself. Of course, she didn't eat him naturally or didn't hurt him, but she was like, "Hey, I'm not to be messed with," you know. And Louis respected that. That's what he was trying to bring out of Legoshi all that time. And it's weird because that would go over most people's heads. Like people would forget about that. There's more to it than just cute dog girl, right? It's like no, she was genuine with Louis from the beginning about her intent. So, yeah, there's respect between them. I love that. Did I read this already? Now that I think about it, whenever we find ourselves alone, we expose ourselves and act in ways we would never act towards other animals. Yes, there it is. And even that dance that they shared together when they were, when Louis found him in the back alley market. It was just a callback when they were under the spotlight. Deer shed their antlers once a year, so I'm not hysterical or disturbed that I've lost a limb. And then he'll switch between being mature and immature, just as he's doing right now. I'm telling the truth. I can't take my eyes off him. So you can stop feeling sorry for me now. What the heck? Oh. Wait. Oh. She kissed him. She fell. She's fallen for him. That's awesome. I'm assuming these are cherry blossoms outside. I wonder. I can't wait till this gets animated. I know the anime season two should be. Mm, is season two out now? It should be out. I think I saw a trailer for it. It should be out by now. I wonder if this is gonna be in season two or maybe season three. Now that I'm thinking about it, it might be in season three. Okay, a lot of time has gone by. Louis just shocked. He's like, wow. He's not pulling back or denying it, so I'm wondering if he likes Juno. Yeah, he. Okay, I'm gonna say it. Yeah, he likes Juno. He does. I'm not sure how aware he is of his feelings because we haven't had that like inner monologue yet, but maybe it happens here. Maybe, or he becomes aware of it. Hmm. This is taking a while, and he doesn't even care. Like he just doesn't care about like his image right now. Hmm. Well, I'm sorry. Let's forget this ever happened. All right, I'll forget it. Wait, why don't you want to forget about it? Why do you want to forget about it? That was my first kiss. Because you told me to. What? That was your first kiss? Wait, that was Juno's first kiss? Wow. Wow. Okay. I thought it would be with. Well, it makes sense that it wouldn't be Legacy, but. Wow. Louis? Huh. Calm down. I'm painfully aware of how emotional and forceful you wolves can be. You kissed me because you wanted the satisfaction of being a compassionate wolf to a herbivore amputee. But you're already nice the way you are. There's nothing wrong with you. This discussion is over. Why would you say that? That hurts. I don't think Louis believes what he's saying. Like, because that was genuine affection from Juno. And Juno, she wants the Beastar title, but Juno wouldn't do that. Like, it's not in her character. Because even she is growing as a man. I keep saying it, and I'll say it again. Juno is the is the protagonist of her own anime. She goes through a lot of growth off screen, and whenever she shows up again, she always brings something to the table, right? So I feel like this might be another plot point later on that might get touched on again. Hopefully it does, because it's just so interesting seeing this dynamic here. And let's not forget, Louis also he's also slated to be married. He's already had his life pretty much planned out for him. So if we're gonna, it seems like we're moving on towards questions of the implications of interspecial romance because of the themes that have been presented so far, like with Legosi's grandfather Gosha, um, in his relationship with Legosi's grandmother, who was a wolf, and now we have Legosi and Haru, a gray wolf and a rabbit, and then we have Louis here with Juno, who is a wolf, and Louis a red deer. So maybe we're moving into questions about that in this arc that we're in, the post school arc. I don't know if it has a name yet, but we'll see. That's because I'm trying to hurt you. I'm not saying that to deliberately. I'm not saying that you deliberately though. That way, as you kiss me, it was your unconscious mind. Nothing good can come from this. Interspecial romance causes so much trouble. Even though Legos is in love with the white rabbit, he's still trying to find a way to forge his own path in life. Brash males like him are a rarity. I don't want you to become a misfit of society, Juno. Oh wow. Okay, so there were layers to this. He's trying to look out for Juno so she doesn't go have to go through like any type of pain or hardship by trying to be with them. And plus his fate is already like predetermined. Like it's kind of weird like but the thing about that is Louis' arc, his character development he's had to learn to take control of his life, right? He said that Legosi broke his curse, right? And he had this worldview that was actually shattered by Legosi being introduced into his life, right? He's free to make his own choices. So if he wants to be with Juno, he can be, but that just comes down to his character. So he's still learning, he's still growing, which makes sense because they do all these things, and despite all the spectacle, at the end of the day, they still are kids. They're still teenagers, and they're still growing, even if Louis may not seem like it. So that's pretty nice. He's trying to be nice in his own way to Juno. See you. Good luck with school. Oh, that was mean though. Poor Juno. Isn't that right, Legosi? Tell me, Legosi, what is this? Uh-oh. What is interspecial romance? I'm the one who needs to calm down. Why am I so worked up over a kiss? Aw? Because you actually like her. Okay, so this is a different feeling than what he had with Haru. I feel, you know what? That's what I need. That's what I need. I need those two to see each other again. I need Louis to talk with Haru. That's what hasn't happened yet. This is an interesting development. I know why. It's because of that rough sensation that contrasted with the feel of the thin skin inside her mouth. Her canines were overwhelming. That's why. That's why I'm so nervous, right? So maybe like a fear response? The same way Haru responded to Legosi when they were at the Love Hotel? Like, but no. Well, yes, that's part of it, I feel. But he genuinely likes Juno. I feel they'd be good together. They have respect for one another. Man, that was a good chapter. Really good chapter. So, I'm excited. I can't wait for the next one. We're just going to keep it going. I can't wait for the next chapter. This has been chapter 105, and I will see you during chapter 106. Bet on it.